Okay, so it looks like the recording has started. I'm going to hand over to the chair, Councillor Anna Abella.
Thank you, Naz. Good evening, everyone. My name is Councillor Anna Abella. I am the chair of this committee, and we're going to start off with a round of introductions. So I'm going to ask my fellow councillors to introduce themselves first. Councillor Da Costa.
Good evening, Councillor Nick Da Costa, member for Highgate Ward.
Thank you, Councillor Peacock.
Councillor Sheila Peacock, member of South Tottenham Ward.
Thank you. Could I ask the licensing team leader to introduce herself?
Good afternoon, I'm Delia Barrett, licensing team leader.
Thank you. Could I ask the legal advisor to introduce himself?
He's here.
Hi, I'm Sadiq Rahman. I'm the principal lawyer. I'm the legal officer for Harringay Council.
Thank you. Could I ask the applicant or his representative to introduce himself?
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm David Daz. I'm counsel for the applicant.
Thank you. Could I ask the police constable to introduce herself?
Good evening, everyone. I'm PC Kostake, Haringey licensing officer. Thank you.
Thank you. And could I ask the noise and nuisance officers to introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Craig Bowen. I'm the senior noise and nuisance officer for Harringay Council, and David Wood is also a new starter. He's just shadowing at the moment, but I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, yes, I'm David Wood, and I've just started for Haringay's noise and nuisance, so I'm here to observe.
Thank you, David. Welcome to Haringey Council.
Thank you.
And could I ask the clerk to introduce himself, please?
Yes, I'm Nazir Chowdhury, Democratic Services and clerk to the subcommittee.
Thank you very much. So I think everyone has introduced themselves now. Please be aware that this meeting is being recorded and will be available for public viewing. Clerk, are there any apologies for absence?
No apologies for absence, Chair.
Thank you. And is there any urgent business?
None received, Chair.
Thank you. And do the members have any declarations of interest?
And none to declare.
No, none.
Thank you. So I'm just going to run through the procedure we're going to follow today, which was emailed to all participants by the clerk. For the purposes of any members of the public watching, we will first hear from the licensing officer. After that, the applicant will present their case, the objectors and the subcommittee will have the opportunity to ask questions. Then the objectors will present their representation and the subcommittee and applicant will have the opportunity to ask questions. All parties will then have the opportunity to sum up. And then the meeting will conclude to allow the subcommittee to deliberate and reach a decision. This decision will then be provided in writing within 5 working days of this meeting. A few housekeeping rules. If you wish to speak, please raise your hand and direct all communication via the chair. We will take all papers as read. Unless there is anything you wish to draw our attention to, all speakers will be allocated 5 minutes to speak. When speaking, please be succinct and do not exceed the allocated time, unless you request for an extension of time, which is at the discretion of the chair. Please do not share addresses of the speakers. In the event that there be several speakers for each party, please avoid repetition and perhaps consider having a spokesperson to address all concerns. We're going to move to the only item on the agenda, which is an application for a new premises license at Stadium Lounge. I can see that Mr. Dance has his hand up. It's possible that I know what you're going to raise. As I understand it, the correct procedure is for Ms. Barrett to present her report, and then I can come to the point which I think you are planning to raise. So, Ms. Barrett, could you please introduce your report?
Thank you, Chair. The panel has before them a new application for a premises licence from Stadium Lounge, Mr. Gebrselassie, at 783 High Road, Tottenham, N17. You will note at section 1.2 of the report the hours that are being applied for under this application. In this application, for the provision of regulated entertainment, form of recorded music, late night refreshment, and the sale of alcohol. The premises does indeed already have an existing license, and a copy of that license is also included in the pack. There has been, Chair, some representations submitted during the course of the consultation period from the Metropolitan Police and also the Haringey Noise team. And I understand that there has been some movement this afternoon between the parties alongside Mr. Daz in moving forward on agreed hours and conditions, Chair. And I think if we go to the appendix, the Metropolitan Police representation, I believe the timings and the conditions set out in the Metropolitan Police representation. Sorry, Chair, that's actually, yes, set out in their representation, Chair, is in fact what has now been agreed. But I'm happy to defer to Mr. Daz as he would have the most recent update really to advise the committee on at this time, please.
Thank you, Ms. Barrett. So as I understand it, the parties have been engaging in mediation prior to this meeting. I am not aware what conclusion you've reached. So I think I'll start with the applicant to see, to confirm if that is correct and what it is that has been proposed. And then I will confirm with all parties on the call if there is agreement on the proposal that was put on the table. Mr. Daz?
Yes, thank you. So good evening, members. We've been actually in dialogue with the police for some time, and today we agreed some wording on the door supervisor condition, which I sent Dahlia Barrett, and I hope you have a copy of that. All the other conditions were agreed beforehand, so that was the only condition outstanding which we sorted out today. In relation to hours, the police had suggested Friday and Saturday 1:30 close at 2. We wanted to everyone close at 2:30, but having discussion with my client is content to reduce the hours from 1:30 to 2, everyone gone by 2 at the weekends, Friday and Saturday. I've spoken to the Environmental Health Officer, and we've agreed that wording, change of wording is sufficient, and all the other conditions are agreed. That's our position, and we ask the members to obviously support that view. As I understand that, if that's all agreed, the responsible authorities will agree that, and there's no in effect objection, but it's obviously still in your hands because we are here.
Thank you, Mr. Daz. Ms. Barrett, would you like to comment on this point?
Thank you. Mr. Daz, can you please, sorry, I don't have the final wording, I think, for the revised SIA condition.
Okay,
can you read that out for me? If you've sent it on an email, sorry, I may have missed that email. But...
No, that's okay. Yeah, I did send it by an email, but let me just pick my email up, if you will bear with me, please. The final wording is at least one SIA officer to be on duty from 2100 hours on a Friday and Saturday when the premises is operating after midnight for licensed activities or an event. SIA to disperse patrons from the area at close of the venue at 2 a.m. There is to be a risk assessment if more are required. Obviously, the last sale of alcohol is 1:30, and then we'll be dispersing thereafter from 1:30 till 2. And I forward that to Dahlia. I can forward it again if it needs to be done. So
that's great.
Thank you, Mr. Daz. Councillor Da Costa?
Sorry, apologies, Mr. Dadds. Could you please repeat the first sentence? The first sentence of that. I didn't hear quite rightly after you said Friday and Saturday, and then I might have been my speakers, but I didn't hear quite the wording then.
Yes, could I read it from the beginning again? Thank you. So at least one SIA officer to be on duty from 2100 hours on a Friday and Saturday when the premises is operating after midnight for licensable activities and or an event. The SIA to disperse patrons from the area at close of the venue at 2 a.m. And then this is to be risk assessed if more are required.
Thank you, Mr. Dadds. I'm just going to confirm that the other parties are in agreement. Police Constable Kostaka, do you confirm that you have reached this agreement with Mr. Dadds?
Yes, I do confirm that this is the correct phrasing that we agreed on. Thank you.
Thank you. And aside from this phrasing on the SIAs, the rest of the proposal was described in line with what you agreed. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed, it is correct. Thank you.
Thank you. And can I confirm whether the noise and nuisance team also accept the proposal on the table?
Yeah, we do. I have got one question to Mr. Dadds.
Go
if
ahead.
that's
Go
possible.
ahead.
Mr. Dadds, are we in agreement that that condition or is going to be, or not a condition, but the license will be surrendered before this license is agreed or issued?
No, what normally happens is that there has to be a decision, and as long as it's not appealed, we then surrender the other license, so we don't have two licenses.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. So I understand the procedure now is for the subcommittees to go to the deliberation room, and we will briefly discuss what we've heard, and then we'll come back to this room and we will essentially confirm whether or not we accept this agreement that you've reached among yourselves. So please do stay on the call. For the councillors on the call and the legal advisor, we'll move to the deliberation room for a few minutes and then we'll come back here.
Do I press leave?
Yes, that's fine, Councillor Peacock. That's okay.
Has the recording started, Naz?
The recording is in progress still. We're just waiting on Councillor Peacock. Councillor Peacock, are you there? Hello, Councillor Peacock, can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay, great. I think that's everyone then. I'll hand back to the chair, Councillor Bella.
Thank you, and good evening once again, everyone. So after careful consideration, the licensing subcommittee has decided to grant the application for a new premises license, subject to the conditions and amendments as agreed with the police and Haringey Council's noise and nuisance team, as outlined in this meeting earlier. Full written reasons will be provided within 5 working days of this meeting. So on that note, we can draw this meeting to a close here. Thank
Good
you
night,
everyone for your
everyone.
time.
Thank
and
you very
good evening.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chair.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.